days like these last with one another, with the feeling pass, would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble? Do you ever wonder? You ever wonder?
Hi folks, welcome back. I hope you're keeping well. Fantastic morning this morning. It's bright. Yeah, as you can see, we've had a little sprinkling of snow. Came out this morning, it was -5. It's a bit warmer now, it's like -4, but just incredibly beautiful and very chilled, very quiet. It's really quiet. The birds seem to be like relaxed and nobody's rushing around this morning. It's really, really steady. Sun's way up, super bright. It's not going to do anything for the photography today, but it's doing a lot for my spirit. I've come back to exactly the place I was at last week, and as I mentioned then, the intention for today is to head over here somewhere into the pine forest. I can remember what it's called this week. I want to explore over there. I've had a quick look on Google Maps. I can't see any obvious signs of any ancient trees, but I'm sure there's one or two in there. It'll be interesting to get the drone up, which I bought today, as I said I would. Have a pan around, see what the terrain looks like where we are. I'm not going to dig into any great stories today, no lengthy video. I doubt I'll find many compositions because of the brightness, the stark nature of the light. So there is a circular route where you can make your way all the way around. I've never been along that trail and I've never ventured over this ridge. So that's what I'm going to do next. It's a beautiful stretch of pine forest. There's enough shadow in there, enough shade in there. I might be able to pick a composition up. You never know your luck. Just means hunting around. Just got to go and explore it. Little side note, when the terrain's like this, quite obvious really, it's exceptionally dangerous. When there's no snow, you can plant your feet with a little bit of confidence, but when it's like this, everywhere looks cosy, and it's not. It's very treacherous. When I was here last week, this did not look this cosy. It's not this cosy. That's the whole point. There's a lot of hidden twigs, little gaps where the old autumn leaves have taken the snow and created a false platform. So if you do venture off piste when it's nice and white, really think about your steps and go steady. Right, that's today's health and safety warning over. I want to pick up a sweet spot and head over, pop some drone footage up, and then hopefully find a composition. I'll bring you back and explain my thinking. So I'll see you in a little while. Bye for now.
And you ever wonder if days like these last with one another, with the feeling pass, would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble? We'll search the pieces for a hope or a mumble. It's not for me to decide if I should be the one by your side. And hope we know when it's better to say goodbye. You ever wonder if we know what's best for one another? Are we just another project? We're both fixer-uppers, just waiting to crumble. If we search the pieces, would we be bitter, humble? It's not for me to decide if I should be the one by your side. And hope we know when it's better to say goodbye. You ever wonder? You ever wonder?
I'm back. Crikey, that was challenging. That was really challenging. I went over that way and squirmed my way down here, moved over to the edge of the trees. There's a couple more ancients sat in the centre of that clearing there. There's another one behind them, so there's 3 there in total. A little one, he's hiding somewhere over here. And then I sent the drone up. Had a look at that tree closer, can't really get to it on foot, so that was quite nice. And from above, what I noticed is this sky here is the clearing that I noticed originally. That's what drew me back here this week. And I never really paid any attention over that side. There's not much to pay attention to until I sent the drone up. And then I realised that there's also some more ancients in there I've never seen, and those little patches of sky there indicate where we've got additional clearings. So I'm not going to come back right away. I'm going to jot it down mentally. I know where I am. I know these trees well. I know where I've been today with the drone, so it's just another place I can visit. It's somewhere else it's an excuse to come back. That's what it is. Let's be honest about it. It's just an excuse to come back. Shooting with the drone, incredibly challenging in this light, as it will be with the camera. As you pan around, you just get that overexposed, underexposed, overexposed, underexposed, and there's not a lot you can do about it. So yeah, I really don't think I'm going to have much from today. I'm going to take a couple of shots of these guys, these trees. That one, Pinky and Perky. Just because on the opposite side there's little remnants of snow. The sun is really high in the sky now, yeah, causing me a headache, but it's so lovely. It's lovely to see snow on the ground, to be honest. Anyway, enough waffle. I was going to say something, I've completely forgot it. Yeah, I'm going to pick up sweet spot. The sun's up to my right here, and it's giving me some half light, and it's not actually, it is quite bright. I can't pretend it's not. You can see the highlights are in stark contrast to the shadows, so forming an exposure that allows me to recover the detail from the trunk is going to be close to impossible. The wind's really picking up and it's Baltic. I mean, my fingers, I can't feel any extremities right now. I had a quick cup of coffee, try and warm myself up a little bit. Right, for now, I'm out of here. Form a composition, bring you back, explain my thinking. See you in a minute. Oh, shelter here for a bit. I'm absolutely bitterly cold today. Quite exposed, to be frank. The wind keeps coming through and the noise it makes up in the top of these pine trees here. It's like a freight train's running through. It really is incredibly loud. But oh, so fantastic to listen to. Now it's just gone still again. Oh, man. Anyway, shots. The bright sun is creating havoc. I'm not going to have any compositions. I just don't think I'm going to be able to find anything worth sharing with you today. And some days it just doesn't happen. I think the price I've paid today is getting the drone up. But what I have done as a consolation prize is formed a few compositions on this bark from this tree. It's just awesome, absolutely awesome, and the colours and the texture are beyond words. For anybody who's not seen previous videos, I have a subtle interest, let's say, in, I like triptychs, abstract triptychs, 3 images, studies of, no, 3 images, no, a study of a subject with multiple, no, okay. So I kind of like abstracts in 3s. There you go, let's go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Studies of a single subject, yeah, that's okay. And I take normally 6, 8, 10, 50 shots of a single subject, but then I'll choose 3 that I see a relationship between, or I see a contrast between, or there's some sort of an interest I form on those 3 individual frames. So I've taken a few shots. Portrait orientation. On this bark, I've just picked out different contrasts and textures. And here we've got this dark, very, very dark, well illuminated. The sun's hitting it from this side, as you can see with the shadow here. And it's the contrast between this texture and that texture and this colour and that colour. And I'll go for square crops and extract from my vertical compositions selections of different images. Look at this, look at the colour and the texture and the grain in there. What a fantastic thing. So I've basically gone round the tree, isolating different contrasts, of which we have many, and I've been snapping happily for 5 minutes. Yes, really, really cool. And it's a great consolation prize if you come out and have conditions as we have today, with this bright sun, harsh whites, deep darks, but all around you areas of interest. I'm not going to make a long video today. You had a long one last week, and if you watched that, I thank you very much. And if you've come back, I really do deeply thank you. And because it's so cold, because it's so bright, because my options are narrow, I'm going to call time on this week, folks. It's going to be a nice, chilled, relaxed, short one for a change. So next week I want to do something completely different again, because lockdown is upon us still, and I haven't visited my most local woodland for some months actually. I have several woodlands I can get to within a very short distance, but my most local I haven't been to. I'll get in there on foot. So next week I plan on visiting there, and I'll be doing a very similar thing to what I've done this week here, which is really to just continue priming myself for spring. So I've got a new area to visit from today. That's a success in my book. I may not come away with many shots, but I've got intel for another day, and that's really helpful. Next week, local wood, on foot, exactly the same story. I'm going to go scouting around, a few trails I've never been down before, head off into the brush and see what I can come up with. No idea what the weather's going to do. Forecast is all over the place right now. It's rather changeable, but whatever it gives us, we'll go with. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please take care of one another, and as ever, if you can't be good, just be careful, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye for now.
And you ever wonder if days like these last with one another? with the feeling pass? Would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble? Do you ever